We hope there's no creatures coming out of your toilet because we're talking about Mother.
Not so bad.
No, there's creatures coming out of your toilet in the movie. It's that crazy. You have to flush twice whenever you flush. We also have our Destiny 2 mini plushes because we're going to talk a little bit about the raid. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So what could it be? What could it be inside here? It's random. So we'll find out once we get to that point.
This one right here.
Well, we'll get to that later.
What is that?
There was a creature in the toilet.
There was no creature in the toilet.
Yes, there was.
They're just dirty tampons.
Whatever was in the toilet squealed. It was not a dirty tampon.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something?
We seek, run.
Oh, Hal, you read me?
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.
This is a very good conversation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerd Confessions, our safe haven where we discuss our thoughts and opinions on everything nerdy, geeky, techie, and whatever. It's been about a week since our last confession, but before we jump right into it, we'd like to remind our listeners that you can follow us on our various social media platforms, find previous episodes, and view bonus content on our website, nerdconfessions.net. The net. Today we have a special episode with just myself and Ellie.
Exciting.
Tommy came down with a sickness, and Sohail's off in Las Vegas, getting sick himself.
I don't know why you would get sick in Vegas.
Because he drank too much. Or he's going to drink too much.
No. I thought you go to shows.
Well, I'm sure he's I'm sure he's drinking when he's there. I'm just guessing that he's... Actually, no. He already says a video of him pouring Guinness. Correctly.
That's pouring. That's not drinking.
I'm sure he drank that Guinness after he poured it.
Okay.
Okay. So in this episode, we'll be talking about the 5 most recent nerd news topics important to us. The next big Twisty McTwister twist movie.
Twist!
Mother.
With the lowercase m?
And an exclamation point at the end.
Get it right.
For a good reason, right?
No.
And a little bit about the Destiny 2 raid. Not that much, just a little bit.
Yeah, because I didn't play it yet, and I hate hearing stuff about it.
Yeah, not too much spoilers, because especially since Ellie hasn't played it yet.
And so you probably haven't either.
Stick around until the end of the episode if you want to hear some of our listeners' confessions. If you want to send us a confession, you can email us at contact@nerdconfessions.net or send us a tweet.
Tweet.
First, let's talk about what we did this week. Ellie, what did you do?
Not that much, I guess. Just the typical, Breath of the Wild.
Okay, gotta do that.
Yeah,
How much did you cook?
I don't have to cook much. I'm mostly exploring, so.
Oh.
And I'm pretty powerful. Nothing stands in my way.
You find that last shrine yet?
No.
Oh.
I know which one it is. I think it's no, I don't. And then I played Destiny 2 more.
Okay.
That was
Getting
cool.
through that campaign, I think, still, right?
Yeah, it's like whatever. Take my time. Breath of the Wild's priority.
Okay, that's a weird priority to set.
And then
Do you like the campaign more than Destiny 1?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Really? Destiny 1? Well, you started with Taken King, so it's very similar to Taken King as far as storytelling, I think.
It's the same thing. I don't know if I like the map layout.
Yeah, it took some getting used to.
I really don't like it at all. Like, I hate having to, I finish something, okay, now I have to go find it. Or go choose what I want to do next. That kind of sort of a next thing.
Well, what I hate most about the map system is that you can't see where your friends are on the map. So why have the map system if you can't see where your friends are?
You can't see that.
That's annoying. You have fast travel stations, but then you can't see where your friends are to fast travel to them.
Or you have to be in that place before to fast travel, which I haven't been to most places, so I can't fast travel anywhere that everyone else is fast traveling to.
That's true. On Titan, you can't get to the thing. So what else did you do?
I went to a concert.
What concert?
Green Day.
Oh, isn't that like a high school band?
Yeah, okay. So here's the thing.
What happened?
Green Day is my favorite band in the whole entire world. I grew up like it was my first favorite band, and I still grew up to like all their songs and stuff. But I don't think I'll ever see them again in concert.
Why?
This was the fourth or fifth time I've seen them.
What happened?
Okay, so after the fourth and fifth time seeing them, I realized everything was predictable. I knew what they were gonna do. I knew they were gonna bring someone up. I knew they were gonna make them play the guitar. I knew they were gonna play that song. I knew they were gonna do that when playing that song. I knew which songs we were gonna close up with. So it's kind of like, it's so unpredictable now. Like, do something more spontaneous. Like, I don't know. It's just so, that's how concerts are. They're just a set list of songs, but just the way they do it is just very, like, I have a DVD from like 2009, I think, of a concert they played. Exact same thing that they play there is now. So it's like, okay. and then what I realized, this was like the first time I actually waited right in the morning to be at the very front, which I got the barricade. But then I realized what has happened to this band, where most of their fans surrounding me were moms with their daughters.
Oh, wow. Shows you how much they were a high school band back
and I'm
in
like,
the day.
I'm waiting and I'm getting this barricade. I'm like, I'm protecting myself so no one pushes me towards the back.
So there's a lot of children
no
there?
one even moved.
That's what you were saying? There's a lot of children there?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
No one even moved. I don't know if it's because it was the venue and the location, but it was disappointing. I would, if I were to see them again, I would not bother to go general admission. I would just sit down and drink a lot.
So is that all you did?
Oh yeah, then I saw this movie today with you.
Mother?
Oh yeah, Twisty McTwisty Twist movie.
Twister.
Twist.
Well,
Mother
I
Twist.
watched Mother with you, too.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
I said I watched the movie with you.
I'm getting to what I did. I did it with you.
No, I don't. No, I'm not done.
Well,
I want
to
to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say something about Mother.
Okay, well,
We'll
that's the
talk
main
about
topic.
yeah,
Okay.
I know, but we'll talk about it more. But Twisty McTwist movie, like twist,
Okay.
like twist.
All right, well, it's a complicated movie. A lot of symbolism. So I played Destiny 2 a lot, too. I was working on my other two characters, not the main character was up. It's not quite as easy to get your other characters up as it was with the Taken King, because that was really easy with ascending the armor pieces. But it's still easy enough. It's not like a big struggle. And I started playing the raid. I didn't beat the raid. I got to.
We're going to talk about the raid later.
Yeah, so
that's the next main topic.
Yeah, I watched The Tick, the Amazon Prime TV series.
I watched a sneak peek of it.
You watched the pilot a little bit.
It seems funny.
It's really dumb.
Yeah,
but that's the whole point of The Tick.
Compared to the cartoon that I saw, you know.
Yeah, well, the whole show is supposed to be dumb.
It's pretty silly.
Watch it. It's a lot better than I was expecting it to be. They showed like a little clip teaser or like a trailer where that shows like a clip of it, and it looked ridiculous and dumb. But actually watching the show, it's a lot better than that trailer. So it's better than I thought it was. I was expecting it to be terrible. I actually enjoyed it for the most part. I wouldn't say it's good, but I enjoyed it. I finished season 7 of Game of Thrones.
Yay! How many seasons are there? 8?
7. Well, I finished season 7, so that's the last one.
Oh,
so I'm all caught up now.
You saw the dragon?
Yeah.
At the end?
Yes.
With the walkers?
Hey, don't spoil anything. No details, so.
That wasn't details. We know there's dragons. We know there's walkers. So.
Well, next week we're going to be talking about.
We know there's a war.
We're going to have a special Game of Thrones episode led by Tommy. So we're going to be talking about that next week.
Oh, great, Tommy.
Yep. All right, so
it's gonna be a drag. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
With that, let's get into the news, the nerd news topics for the week.
Hey, William.
What's up, Ellie?
Do you know that one director, J.J. Abrams?
What about him?
Well, he's coming back.
He's coming back? Doing what?
To direct Star Wars Episode 10. Oh, wait, the 9.
Those Roman numerals, though. Those Roman numerals.
Well, it's because I thought, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Well, the next one's 8, and then, so he's doing the one after this next one.
I was just skipping a few.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts on that? Because a lot of people aren't happy about that because they're saying that it's episode 7 everybody thought was too close to A New Hope. So everybody's really worried.
Well, that's what they wanted. There was like a reintroduction to the Star Wars franchise for new generations.
I feel exactly the same way. I think that
so I didn't mind it.
Did it on purpose, so he's not going to feel bad about taking risks with Episode 9. And I think it'll be fine, but a lot of people are still worried. So I don't know. Fingers crossed. I think it'll be good, but we'll see.
Well, let's first find out how this new one at the end of this year is going to come out. Then we'll kind of know where these directors are heading towards, like whether they want to kind of do the same thing as the old ones or they're now going to find a new path.
Well, Mark Hamill actually was like telling the director or somebody like this is not where I expected this character to go at all. So it's going to be interesting, I think. But we'll see.
Which
it's
character?
Not out yet. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker.
Oh, for his
character. Yeah, he didn't like the direction.
Well, so maybe it's because he was waiting for the old habits to come back in,
It could be.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe he's like, I didn't expect him to talk.
I expected him to have a look on his face.
Yeah, I thought it's like I just didn't expect to have to learn lines. Just kidding, that's me. Next one. Liam Neeson. Do you know who he is?
Liam Neeson.
No, Liam Neeson.
You mean Liam Neeson?
No. Liam Neeson.
William Neeson?
Oh
Liam
my.
Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Anyway.
The guy that did all the Taken movies.
Yeah.
And he was also Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins. He had a lot of cool roles.
I suppose. I mean, the face is familiar, but I was not able to put any movies to him. Anyways.
His voice is to die for, though.
Sure. Anyways, he's retiring from both action movies and thrillers because of his age.
Well, that's sad days.
So he's going to only play grandpa roles.
You know what
now.
else he did? He was in Star Wars.
What did he play?
Qui-Gon Jinn in Episode 1.
Hardly remember.
Because he died in it. That's why.
Really fast.
He was the master of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. That really fast.
I really like him as an actor, so it's kind of sad that he's not going to be in movies anymore.
I mean, maybe he'll be like the villain, the kind that like stay in a chair and control from a distance, and then like.
I hope he comes back in Episode 9 of Star Wars.
Nah, we don't need.
He won't technically be an action role.
He would just use his voice for like plasma in the air.
He'll just be standing
that's talking.
around. He'll be a ghost.
There you go.
Because he's the one that came up with communing with the Force first. Remember how Yoda came back and then Obi-Wan came back from the dead and could talk to Luke?
Sure.
Qui-Gon Jinn's supposedly the first one that was able to do that, and he did it with Yoda.
Anyways, whatevs. Let's move on. Oh, this one. This one.
What is it, Ellie?
This one. Do you remember that one game, Journey?
Uh-huh.
Well, unfortunately, there's no talk about Journey 2 yet. But there's this game called Sky.
Ooh, Sky.
And they revealed a trailer. The same, what's the, shoot.
That game developer?
Yeah, the game developer.
That game developer.
That game developer? Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, that's
Isn't it That Game Company?
Oh, is it That Game Company?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's that Game Company.
That Game developer.
Similar.
Yeah, well, I thought you were just being funny and trying to like you mean that game developer? I'm like, yeah, That Game Company. Anyways, the same people, they're doing this new game called Sky, and it looks like they're taking a lot of the aesthetics of Journey.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it's you have the cape behind you, similar art style. You can definitely tell it's had a graphical leap compared to Journey, though.
It has. I mean, it's like it's similar art style, like as in. It's still taking the color scheme, it looks like. I mean, a little more vibrant.
It's got that... It actually shows that you're playing with other players, and one of them has that little beam circle to communicate with somebody else.
Right.
So it's showing that you're going to have co-op.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to be able to talk to anybody, but you're going to be able to make like
I'm
little
excited
noises
about
and stuff.
this game.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I'm excited for it.
It's super cute looking, and it looks
I'm definitely
good.
going to buy it, so...
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
And what platform do we remember what it's going to be in?
PS4, right?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think it was just going to be a, I don't remember.
Oh, wait, what?
Apple, there you go.
Apple devices?
Yes, there you go.
They have betrayed Sony.
That's what I meant to say.
That is shocking.
I am surprised you didn't know about this. It's like I knew it was a platform.
I just saw that game company. I immediately assumed it was going to be on a Sony console because.
Well, no, they just said
every
Apple
game they've done
devices,
has
but-
been on a Sony console.
Oh boy. I mean, maybe, I don't know. We just don't know much about this game yet. This is the first.
It looks really good for being on Apple.
It's a teaser trailer. It's not even the official trailer.
It looks really good.
So
I'm
this
sure,
could be
I'm
just
sure
a
they'll have a
cinematic
copy
for
of
all
it.
we know, and it could be simplified a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have a copy of it come out on PlayStation, but we'll see. They're just so loyal to Sony. It was like every single game.
Maybe they realize they're better than that.
I guess we're gonna be jumping up from console to everybody. Imagine how many people own a phone that could potentially play this game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyways, that's a fun, exciting game coming up. And then let's talk about the next one. Jessica Jones Season 2 has wrapped up production.
Are you excited?
Whoopie-doo. Nope.
You're not excited?
I didn't like the first Jessica Jones.
Well,
It's
not-
it
it's not
wasn't
my
horrible.
favorite.
It wasn't the worst.
I thought it had better pacing and was more interesting, mostly because of the villain than a lot of the other ones. I think
It just kept it.
it's second
interesting.
favorite to Daredevil for me, actually, because of how much
Really?
I love
thought you Luke Cage
the
was-
villain. No, Luke Cage is on the bottom for me.
Oh.
I actually like Iron Fist more.
Oh, sorry. No, Iron Fist. That's what I meant.
No,
I think we
Iron Fist would be in third for me.
Oh.
Jessica Jones would be second to Daredevil. Not that I really like Jessica Jones. I thought that the villain was great, though.
I guess I just the only thing that really bothers me about Jessica Jones series is I think mostly the character of Jessica Jones. I don't like her. If I knew her in real life, I wouldn't like her at all.
I don't like her either.
Like I'd just be like, why do you exist?
But it's really
And
cool
then her
to
role
see
is
my favorite
pointless and everything else. So that's why.
my favorite Doctor Who playing a really cool villain. That's what I liked.
What you watched.
Hmm.
Anyways, who cares? And then I guess what about Destiny?
What happened with
Guess
Destiny?
what? Guess what?
What
Well,
happened?
Bungie is working on a patch to it's trying a patch to patch out. Oh, how does that make
It's
sense?
working to patch out.
I know. It's working to patch out one of the coolest looking pieces of armor for the Hunter because its connection to the Nazi copycat
Kekistan.
Kekistan? Okay.
Or Kek, yeah.
Kek flag.
So, I mean, you can see from the armor, it has like little lines and then KI, and it's lime green, which is a really cool color. And so it looks like a really cool piece of armor, and it's legendary. It's not exotic. So I would love to have
But
that
the
piece of armor.
flag is the same color?
But the problem is, so you have a K and then lines, and it's like a green color for the Kekistani flag. So is that what they're going for? Maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe one of, like, honestly, because this could have been one of those things where maybe the artist that was working on these designs, it's like
Saw that
somewhere in
design,
the
thought
maybe
that looks
saw
great.
it or like have it in the back of their head somewhere, like, oh, like this green and this, like, you know, this like K looking design looks good, but they didn't like remember or know what the symbol was.
Yeah.
And that would have been me because I have no idea. I've never seen this. Is the first time I've seen the symbol. I feel
Exactly.
stupid, but
If I got it in the game, I'd say, oh, this looks really cool. I'm just going to wear it. I wouldn't care where the symbol came from. So what does it matter if nobody knows the meaning? That's my
But the
question.
problem is people do know.
Can't we just apply meaning to it? Like that, you know, the frog that was used as a meme for everything with Trump?
Yeah.
That was like a cartoon before that. And then
Yeah.
just because it's been used so much for that, all of a sudden it's a negative symbol.
Well, it's the same thing like the swastika.
The swastika, before that was like a really good symbol, right?
It was like a symbol of peace, I think, in Japan or something.
Or something, yeah.
A symbol of peace, but then the Nazis took it to make it their symbol of like peace and whatnot, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
and now we have it associated as a negative.
It's a bummer they have to remove it, but hopefully they keep something that looks similar to it, so we still have that really cool armband thing for the Hunter.
Sure.
On Destiny 2. With that, we're going to get to our first topic of the week.
Mother.
Mother.
Stylized as mother with a capital M and a exclamation point.
You mean lowercase m?
Uh-oh. Mother. Stylized with a lowercase m and exclamation point. Get it right. It's copyrighted. They worked hard on it. Spell it out right. Anyways, It is the latest film by Darren. Yeah, I'm like saying. I was trying to say Daredevil.
So you practice. The
I
last
know
name so
Darren
much?
Aronofsky.
I was gonna say you practice the last name so much you couldn't remember the first
name.
Aronofsky, yeah.
Darren Aronofsky. Anyways, it's his latest film. If you haven't seen his past one, he does Twisty McTwist, Twister movies.
Which means like a lot of like messaging and everything.
Yeah, a lot of little hidden messages, like Requiem for a Dream. That was one of the twist movies I've ever seen in my life. It has to do with drug addicts, and it follows different stories. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about, but Black Swan's another one he did. So
I mean, I heard good things about both of those. I just never actually got around to watching them.
If you watch them, you would be depressed for a while.
Why?
Because they hit you in a weird like emotion that you forget exists.
This movie didn't make me sad.
This.
Maybe a little bit.
It made me feel something. I had no idea what was going on, but I felt so bad. Like, I don't know why. Like somewhere in the movie, I was just like, what's going on? This is depressing. Like, I don't know what's going on, but something sad's happening, and I don't know. I got really engaged. Anyways, this is what he does.
Makes you go on a trip.
Yes, he just like messes with your mind.
Like there's a few things that would happen in the movie. Is like, why is this happening? It doesn't make
Trust
any
me,
sense.
if you probably see this movie again and try to analyze everything, you might spot why he did this. He has a reason for everything. Like, this is what's great about this director. He's just kind of like puts in these hidden messages and these little subtle things where you notice it, but then you can't make a connection to anything. But then later on, when it's explained to you, it's like, oh, duh. Like, it's one of those, he just is one of those people that really makes you think. So it's cool. And I had no idea where this movie was going to, and you didn't either. Don't pretend you're like, oh, I knew the plot. You did not know the plot. You whispered to me, and you thought you knew it. To do with
something that was a focus. I just didn't know how exactly it would relate to that something.
Anyways, let's learn a little bit more about this movie. So it's an American psychological horror film. That's the exact genre. Psychological horror film. So that explains a lot. It messes with your mind. And horror, yes, definitely saw it.
It's a lot different than Annabelle, which is going for the jump scares.
Yeah, the jump scares, but it got you. Or like It. That was like a dark comedy.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was a dark comedy.
Very dark comedy.
It was a dark comedy horror, if you want to call it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, comedy is key in that one. Psychological is key in this one. Anyways, it stars Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem, and then Ed Harris and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. So can I ask you?
Pfeiffer. Sorry.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Jennifer Lawrence, I think she did a good job in the movie overall, but it was like in the very beginning, it seemed like they're just using her for a sex appeal.
I didn't feel that at all.
She was like like the first quarter of the movie, she was wearing an outfit which you could see her nipples through.
Maybe that's just no.
What?
Put that in perspective of what the theming of this movie was, and you kind of get. That's what I thought maybe too in the beginning. I was like, why do we need to see this? But I understand it now that we read a little bit more about this and we saw the end result. So it was just trying to get her to the very natural point.
You just think there was a meaning to that?
Yes.
Like later on, it would change.
Yeah, basically. And exactly. And it was even pointed out somewhere in the movie, the way she was.
Yeah.
So it all made sense. And then, like, if you follow her character, she's basically, it's not spoiling anything, but she just lives in this house with her husband, who's a writer.
Yeah.
And she's just by herself. So it's kind of like if you're living alone with just your husband, there's no need, you can go bra free, yay.
Well, to go from what we can say, she lives in a house with Bardem, and
Bardem's character.
Yeah, Bardem's character. And we know there's a struggle going on with her and him, and that the people come uninvited, and that makes her mad. Like, that's what actually I read a little bit. That's what the basic synopsis is.
Okay.
That people come in and disturb things. That's all we know. So,
okay.
We can't really go into much more detail than that, other than that weird things happen, but...
That's that's it. Just weird things happen. It's kind of like Courage the Cowardly Dog, he lives with Muriel and Eustace, who live in the middle of nowhere, and then creepy things happen in nowhere.
Except this is one episode. How long is the movie? 2 hours? 2 hour
2
long
hours.
episode. Yeah.
Hey, but it was engaging. At first, I was kind of like, what's going on in the beginning? I was almost hesitant. It's like, is this really
really long.
Darren? Sorry, Darren. I keep saying it.
I gotta say,
it
it kind of dragged on during a lot of the parts.
but it was perfect.
The ending
made
like
sense
really,
why they did
the
that.
ending was really action packed though.
No, there was like a climax in there, like
By
any
action packed,
movie.
I don't mean like.
But then it went down so
explosions,
much. But then it went up a lot, like all of a sudden.
Yeah, the
again.
tension and what the heck was.
And that's what he
going on.
does. It's like messes with your mind. He's like, you're like, wasn't that supposed to be the end? And it's like, why is it slowing down again? And all of a sudden it bangs you, and then it's like, then the twist part comes up.
Mr. Twists.
Twisty twist.
So we're gonna go into a little bit of development.
I suppose. So after 2014's Noah,
Aronofsky. That complicated last name.
Yeah, Aronofsky began working on a children's film. What?
Oh.
Although he stated that he couldn't quite break it. However, during the process, he came up with a new idea. He ended up writing the Mother screenplay in 5 days, much faster than his usual pace.
If you look up the meaning of the movie, I mean, I could see how he'd arrive at this film from doing children's work.
What do you mean?
Well, the basis of what it means, basically, with kids and all that, I could see how he could arrive at, like, I have an idea for a movie from working on a children's
Oh
film.
yeah, because kids shows and movies are freaking twisted. So he takes his little.
That's not what I meant, but go ahead.
Yes. Like if you ever see something like on the baby like channel things, or like even the little kid things, they're super weird. Super weird. Anyways, so the film uses a dream logic narrative, which Aronofsky has noted. If you try to unscrew it, it kind of falls apart. That's exactly what happened with you.
Yeah.
You tried it, it was like, oh, I know what the plot is, and you whispered it to me.
At one point.
And then it did not end that way.
Yeah. There's like 2 different things that kept happening that made me come to some conclusions, but they're wrong.
Completely wrong.
Yeah.
So he defended this by further explaining it's a psychological freak out. You shouldn't over-explain it.
Yeah, you just got to go with the ride until you get the
overall
picture,
go through the ride, and then you'll see the whole thing, which is exactly what happened here.
I'm just so used to watching something and kind of trying to figure out what it means before.
Yeah, but don't you appreciate like movies like this?
Yeah,
they're more artistic, more thought-provoking. Were
not very predictable.
Yeah, you didn't. You thought you predicted it, but no, it was not that way. I mean, there's other psychological thrillers where you're like, I know what's happening. But it's still kind of crazy. But I know what happened. But this one is like, I thought I knew, but I didn't.
So what else happened?
Well, we don't know what happened, but we're talking about it more.
Okay.
Jennifer Lawrence was reportedly in talks to join the film by October 2015. By January 2016, Javier Bardem was also talked to be starred in it.
Well, he's played villains before. I don't remember what villain he played, but I remember he played villains. So I thought it was just. Looking at this, I just thought it was going to be like they were married and they have conflict.
Yeah, that's it exactly based off the trailers. But I mean, technically, the trailers did not deceive. It's kind of in there too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Without giving that away. The trailer's true to what the movie is about.
Not in the way you think, but yeah.
It's not in the way you think. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So they started, and then by April, William and Mike.
No, it's not me. Domhnall Gleeson. A lot of people, a lot of my friends say he looks just like me with my nose and my.
Compare it. I will put a picture up on Instagram with the 2 of them face to face.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
No.
Nerd Confessions. Look at it.
Okay, who else? Michelle Pfeiffer and Ed Harris.
And yeah, those 2, and then Brian Gleeson.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Brian Gleeson? Is he a brother of yours?
No. I know he's a brother of that actor, right? Is
he a brother?
I think he's the guy that was playing his brother in the film. No. That was
maybe.
himself twice.
I thought he had a twin. Maybe he
in Harry Potter he did.
Oh, he had it.
But that was himself, I think.
But no, he didn't know. That's not his character in the Harry Potter.
I was confused.
Oh, you're very confused.
Oh, well, let's move on.
Yeah, anyway, so they were added to cast, which is like already without like even getting into production, if they're just talking about who's starring what, you already got a really good cast right there.
Oh, so I gotta skip ahead a little bit here. So Kristen Wiig is in the film. She's actually in the film now too. That's the next person we're gonna talk about.
Oh,
I thought she was Jennifer Aniston for some reason.
Jennifer
like it really,
Aniston.
I don't know why I was like, is that Jennifer Aniston? She looks really different. But no, it's Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, I was like, you're tripping. It's like, I don't think that's Jennifer Aniston.
I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, I forget her. I always forget her name, but I just know her from Bridesmaid.
And Ghostbusters now.
And yeah, I know we don't talk about that.
Yeah, don't talk about Ghostbusters.
Anyways, this Kristen Wiig.
Wiig.
We she just spelled we. Anyway, she's in it too, but not as big as a role as I thought, but a very crucial role.
Yeah, it's true.
All of them are crucial roles, so they already had a really good cast, and that's just the talk with the cast. And then they started shooting the film, and that was started off over in June 13, 2016, and concluded in August 28, 2016. So what? Just like a few months. 3 months. Filming live action.
I mean, you can see like why that'd be quick though.
Yeah. True. Sorry, I was like watching the trailer again. Twisted. Why did they show that part in it? Anyways, prior to the start of the Prince of Photography, the cast rehearsed for 3 months in a warehouse, during which time
that's why they only filmed
Aronofsky was able to get a sense of the movement and movement and camera movement.
Okay, so
then learned from that.
I gotta say, there's a lot of walking around with the camera on your shoulder in this film. Careful.
Yes, there was handheld.
Handheld camera, a lot of shaky.
Yeah, it reminded me of
not like crazy
Stanley
cam,
Kubrick style, like in The Shining. You know, it gets that creepy, and it just handheld does that.
Yeah, it's a lot of like one takes. So sometimes it will cut to a different angle. They'll continue to go from cut back to that one take of just that one person following the main character over the shoulder. Mm-hmm. Like it'll cut to like a facial reaction or something, but it'll stay over the shoulder of like Jennifer Aniston, not Jennifer Aniston, of Jennifer Lawrence. A lot of the time when she's walking around the house and stuff, I did like the mood that it set. I thought it was cool.
And then, so they did that. They figured out the shooting, or he figured out and learned what he really wanted. And then during this time, Lawrence was relatively laid back. And as a result, Aronofsky says that he didn't get to know the character until they started shooting, and then she showed up.
Huh.
That's interesting. It's almost like he knew what he wanted, but he didn't know what his cast was going to offer him. So he was waiting to see. And like I said, he already had a great cast, so I felt like it's gonna be easy. And I'm sure with them, they're like, of course I'm gonna go on a Darren Aronofsky film.
Well, I know some people and some of my friends aren't a fan of Jennifer Lawrence.
She did great in this, though.
I thought she was good.
She was really good.
I've never seen... not a fan of her because she was like the biggest role in the X-Men movies.
I don't even relate to her in the X-Men movies. I mostly think, when I think Jennifer Lawrence, I think of Hunger Games.
Yeah, same.
Like, or that one other movie that I can't even think of, but I imagine it in my head. Anyways, the film was originally had a score composed by Johannesson. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say his name. I'm not sure what he did, sorry. But after seeing the score synced up to the film, the director and his Johannesson mutually agreed to not have a score. Very interesting. That's actually...
didn't realize that.
Yeah. No, that's why you felt like it was so slow. because there was
There's no music. Kind of keeping pace.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. I mean, I felt it during certain scenes. It was like really quiet, but only because I was like eating popcorn.
Yeah.
And you and that freaking candy wrapper going crazy with. Like, I was so worried that people behind us would be giving us dirty looks or something.
Yeah, we were so worried because it was so quiet.
You were not afraid of that candy wrapper.
I didn't care. There were old people.
Okay, but anyway.
They can't barely hear. I heard them when certain parts came. They're like, "Oh, did you not hear them?"
Yeah,
they're just like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like, did you not know it was rated R?
They were giggling around certain parts. I thought.
No, they weren't. You were giggling.
Oh. I giggled.
Anyway, this is the first time that Aronofsky, his first film that he doesn't do with composer Clint Mansell. Whoever he is,
or any composer at all for that matter.
If you look at his other movies, his music is intense. In all the other movies, like there is a song that they use in Requiem for a Dream that's just like it's really intense. They use it for a lot of different things, but no. But yeah, I'll have to bring it up later for you to listen to, because they're like you'll see the difference between his other films, which uses a very intense music, compared to now that we're realizing it has no music at all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A score. So Lauren said that the film is a
is a biblical allegory.
What's an allegory?
It's just like it makes references to the Bible, basically.
And
but
we'll keep
not
it
gonna
like
go into,
that.
Yeah, no more details than that.
Because I didn't catch anything religious in this film until this was pointed out in the comments for Jennifer Lawrence. Like I did not. I mean, there were some parts where it seemed cult, not religious.
Yeah, but once you think about it, you can think about how those cult parts were.
Yeah, well, cult, religion, they're kind of mishmash.
Yeah.
But cult is more as a weird, doesn't make sense type of thing. But anyways, we won't go into that because it's a lot of spoilers. And Aronofsky. Oh my gosh, how many times have I said his last name? Did I have even said it right?
It's a difficult last name. Aronofsky.
Yeah. Aronofsky. He said that the title's exclamation mark reflects the spirit of the film. Yes, it does. And response to an exclamation point of the ending.
So he's saying that he purposely put it in there because it goes with basically what you're saying. It ends with a bang, right?
Yep.
So the name and then ends with a bang. I think like the pacing of the movie is basically what he's representing the name of the movie. Mm-hmm. At least that's the impression I get from that.
All right. And then the director discussed the film's unusual capitalization in a Reddit AMA.
So on Reddit, there's like a question and answer thing he was doing with fans, and he covered why there's a lowercase m for mother in the title, and why is that?
To find out why there's a lowercase m, read the credits and look for the letter that isn't capitalized. Ask yourself, what's another name for this character? The characters' names are all shown in lowercase except for him.
Him. So I didn't know to look for this.
I didn't know either.
It's going to be interesting. So if you watch the movie after you see this, let us know what it is, because I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I have an idea what it might have been.
Find out. Yeah,
what it might be.
Too. I just don't know.
But I'm not 100% sure. And you know what? Now that we're all this talk, it says it's a biblical allegory. I think it's an environmental issue too. I don't know. You'll find out. Pollution in the air is bad.
Yep. Well, you're going kind of okay.
What? I haven't saying anything. I'm just saying my opinion about it. I didn't spoil nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
So
go watch the movie.
Should we cover overall thoughts and then go to ratings?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's your overall. Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Could have been. I mean, I understand he builds up, just like anything else. Like Game of Thrones, a lot of boring episodes building up to the exciting episodes. But I thought it's not Pirates of the Caribbean song. But I thought, yeah, there you go. That's better. But I thought he could have made it a little bit more interesting in the really slow parts. But that's just me. Because I was getting kind of bored, like, oh my god, how long is this movie?
When was the last time you watched a movie that doesn't involve straight up action, like right, blah 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 blah? I feel like you just don't have patience, like you and most other people in the world now. They just want bangs, like right at the beginning. You're the one
bangs.
Okay, whatever. I'll stop there.
Well, I see what you're saying, but if I'm gonna give it a rating, I guess I would rate it a 8 out of 10.
Really?
7 out of 10.
What's a -2 other than pacing?
Well, it was kind of boring during a lot of the parts. I don't know. It just didn't seem like a movie that I would give a 9 or a 10 to.
Really?
I didn't think it was perfect. I thought, like, maybe they should have had a score. Maybe that's part of why it dragged on. Maybe this is like choices like that. It's definitely a movie I might watch again just to see if I missed anything. I'll
tell you something though. In the trailers, they have this really crazy, creepy violin score.
Oh, at the very end, and then it stops.
No.
Right?
No, in the trailers.
Oh, in the trailer.
In the trailers, you hear none of that in the movie. I didn't hear it at all in the movie.
That's probably when they made the decision not to do the score anymore. But in the credits, they had a song, but then it cut to silence. I remember that.
Yeah. It was interesting.
It was like we're walking out of the theater, cut to silence.
Silencio. Oh.
So, what's your feedback on that? What do you want to rate it?
9 out of 10.
9.
Yeah.
You just thought it was that good.
I've seen his not most, a lot of his other films.
So you're a fan of
I am a fan of his
director.
And I don't think it's like his absolute best film, but it's a really good film. Like a really great one. I would watch it again a few more times. And the only problem I have
a hard time during all the slow scenes though.
The only problem I have is that the trailer was just deceiving in this music, because I thought it was gonna be a lot creepier. It was really twisted.
It wasn't that creepy.
But it wasn't as creepy as the trailer made it seem. That's the only reason. Like I thought, like even in the beginning when it was just building up, I'm like, what am I watching?
Would you say that the trailer is as deceiving as Baby Driver? Because that trailer didn't represent the film at all.
Yeah. Just as deceiving as that, probably.
I would agree, because
I think what was going on, they were releasing it close to when a lot of horror movies are coming out. So in order to compete with like the Halloween season coming up, I feel like they just wanted to put a little more creepier element to it in order to be like, hey, watch this scary movie, but it's not that kind of scary. That's what I think.
So with that, we should get into topic of the week. This number 2, Destiny 2, the raid. Ellie and I were at Target, and we found that they had these Destiny micro plushes. So before we go into kind of what we experienced in the raid, we should talk about these figures. So it's kind of cool. It's a premium collectible, so it's a 5-inch plush, and you don't know what you're getting until you open it. So you have the lady from
Pocahontas.
Not Pocahontas. No, it's the leader of the the people. Crap, what's her name? The Queen. You have the Queen. You have Lord Shaxx. You have Eris Morn.
The emo lady.
You have Xur. This is one of those floating people. Those witches.
Oh.
I think it might be Omnigul.
The wizards, you mean?
The wizard. I think it might be Omnigul. And then you have Atheon, you have Oryx, Cade 6, voiced by Nathan Fillion, and then you have Skolas. What's the name of that guy? And then the last one is like an ogre. I think it's the ogre from that one strike that everybody likes.
Maybe. It says there's 12 different designs, but I only see 10. Maybe the other 2 are Secret.
Well, I'm really excited.
Because this is 1 out of 12. So.
I'm really excited. I want to open it, so I'm going to figure it out.
We're opening them. Oh my gosh, calm down.
Gotta open it.
Yeah, but... Oh, I just already ruined it.
Here's the box.
They already saw it. I presented it. Oh my gosh.
What? What'd you get?
Remember how I told you which one did I want?
Aerosmore.
No. Well, I asked what
You want
one it was.
Atheon?
And guess what I got?
Oh wow. Atheon.
I do this. I feel like sometimes I'm a witch because at Disneyland, you know how they have the like mystery pins.
You always guess it.
Like when I have people, I work at the store. When people are like, I really need to have this one in this pack, and I go, I'm pretty sure it's in there. They freaking open it. They get all the ones they wanted after I bless pretty much the bag.
Oh wow.
It's really freaky when that happens.
I haven't opened up mine yet, but I feel the back of his head is furry, so I think it's Skolas. Ah, I was right. It's Skolas.
Who is he?
He's the Kel of Kells.
Who cares? Mine's cooler. Yum, 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 yum.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
cool
really know.
ones.
I want to buy more of these. They're pretty cool looking. I might want to get
Are you
like
jealous
one more
of mine?
of Atheon. A little bit. I would like to get like one of Erismorn or
Well,
Shax
look,
or
it goes down.
Zur. It's supposed to be up. It's not supposed to go down. It's like part of his helmet.
It's like helmet off, helmet on.
That's funny.
Yeah,
So
I
let's
know.
talk about
I thought it was.
let's talk about how it went. So the Leviathan raid came out last Wednesday, and so I've been trying to play it. It's hard to get everybody together, conflict schedules and all this stuff, but I've actually been able to play it at least a little bit. So the Leviathan, a lot of people are kind of speculating what the raid would be exactly. We didn't exactly know. The Leviathan is the World Eater. So that World Eater quest everybody got, that's what that actually means, is the Leviathan. The Emperor of the Cabal. So not the guy you see from the Red Legion, but the actual Emperor. He's the one on the ship, and he actually has an orbit of Nessus, the planet. And he wants to test all the Guardians. So he says, once you enter the ship, or enter the raid, that he's going to test you, and you have to prove yourself. So that's what happens. You get on the ship, and then you actually walk by a lot of Cabal. Yeah, you walk by a lot of Cabal, and they're just standing there. They have their guns up. So you can actually walk up to Cabal, kind of inspect them closely.
Are you just ruining everything?
Well, not really. That's not. I'm not gonna.
Spoiler
all the
alert!
puzzle- No.
William's gonna tell you everything about the raids.
Oh, that's not everything.
Even though you haven't played it, he will ruin it.
No, it's not ruining
Don't watch.
it. No.
Don't listen.
So
Cover your eyes.
after that,
And
you get up to the top, which is kind of Colosseum.
Keep going.
The Colosseum has 4 doors, so there's 4
Uh-huh.
parts to the raid. So the first one is the baths. So you actually get to see some Cabal with their shirts off.
I was gonna say naked Cabal. That's nasty.
Still have helmets on, like weird helmets, not actual helmets, but
like their leisure time.
they look
helmets.
like trolls when they don't have their suits on. It's kind of a similar build. So in the baths, you kind of have like a plate mechanic. It's very similar to what you would play in the Oryx part, the totems. If you remember Pat from the Oryx raid.
Nope.
I think you only came in for Wrath of the Machine, so that wasn't in Oryx. Yeah. So once you finish that, there's another door, and that goes to... You have to go back to Coliseum and open another door. And that goes to the Pleasure Gardens. So that's pretty cool. It's like a little forest.
Do you see Cabal doing weird stuff there?
No. I know the name. It sounds like it might be that might be the case. But no, what is actually the case is like a hunting area. So you basically hunt. There's a bunch of dogs there, and you have to kill all the dogs. Basically,
What?
Yeah, they're
Are
really
they-
weird looking dogs. Really weird
Like
alien
hell
looking
dogs?
dogs. Like hell dogs, yeah, with
Hell dogs are freaking
really
crazy
big buggy eyes. So
Aw, they're just misunderstood.
no, they howl and they're really annoying. But anyway, so once you solve that puzzle and you get that beat, you go to there's like Ninja Warrior. So you have like a Ninja Warrior thing that you have to go through, and there's have you seen that meme where the really fat boy's trying to get into the right like formation to not fall into this water?
No.
And he looks at it and there's no way he can fit through that because he's too fat, and so he just falls in the water.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think you've seen it. I think I sent it to you. But there's something kind of like that. You have to have the other fire team members shoot something to allow you to get through like this hole you have to jump through. In addition to all these other obstacles. So I think that's pretty cool. It's actually like the easiest part of the raid. And then the last part, which I think is really cool, is you face the Emperor. And he's just sitting in this room drinking from this chalice. Just kind of hanging out. He's like, hey, you're here. What's up? Drinking from my chalice. So how do you think you start the raid? That part of the raid?
You kill him.
You shoot his chalice out of his hand. And then he gets pissed off. And then the battle starts.
Why don't you just kill him?
It's so cool. You do have to fight him. But that's how you start it. And I think that's really cool. So, I mean, that's basically like a synopsis of it. I haven't gotten past the pleasure gardens yet.
He's dying.
Remember, you can't set anything here.
Oh.
You can't set anything there. So that is, I haven't gone past pleasure gardens. That's actually, I think, the hardest part of the raid. But it's still really fun so far. I think so far it's harder than Vault of Glass, which is the first vanilla raid, and everybody loved that raid. But I think
I didn't.
You didn't actually play that raid, but you got to experience a little bit of it in Taken King.
I don't like raids. They frustrate me.
They are very frustrating.
They frustrate me.
Yeah,
I already get frustrated enough. I like shooting things.
I like the sense
when
of
I shoot things and I die, I don't like that.
I like the sense of accomplishment you have at the end, though.
I don't.
It's really fun.
Because I never had that.
You did. You got that through that one part with us.
I hardly did.
In Wrath of the Machine.
I had to deal with some lovely men
that thought you were a little boy.
That thought I was a little boy because they don't believe girls can play Destiny.
Well, if I could like rate out all the raids so far that have come out for Destiny, I think just this would be my Crota. A lot of people hate, but I actually took you through that. I like the fact that only one person has to be amazing in that, while a lot of other people can kind of be lacking. Crota was just really fun. A lot of people didn't like how glitched it was, but I actually liked that, the fact that it was. And then I would take Oryx, and actually Wrath of the Machine, and then Oryx, then this one, and then Vault of Glass. Actually, Vault of Glass really annoyed me.
Just watching this gameplay is making me so frustrated, and this is spoiling.
This is just the one part of the raid. This is the bats. So. Anyway, that's what we think about the Destiny 2 thing. There are some like really complicated mechanics to the dogs because you have to sneak around past them, but I'm still working on that. So with that, let's get into
listeners confessions. You guys, please stop sending weird stuff. I'm getting shy.
Oh, what?
What?
Why? Why are you saying that?
Because I know what's coming up.
Because of Husky Dante?
Yeah, Husky Dante, you're making me weird.
Okay, well, what did Husky underscore Dante say? Wait, is that how it goes? No, it's Dante underscore Husky. That's his Twitter hashtag, his Twitter call sign thing.
Last week, we answered his question about me perhaps having my own sideshow. And then I asked, what do you want me to talk about in this sideshow? Because I don't know. I'm not that interesting. I'm not sure how you want to hear me rant on some kind of topic. I don't know. So he replied and said, I want to see Ellie have a sideshow where she talks about aliens and alien abductions.
Abductions. Do you think that'd be something you could do?
Of course, I can go through that topic in full detail, but I can't.
Why? Classified.
All I could say is that I spare some. I can't say anything. I'm like, it's out. I can't say much. Well, it's just kind of a very sensitive topic.
What if you took his next suggestion, which is why don't you dress up as Link when you're doing it?
That's kind of weird.
That's cool though. I think I would want to watch a show in which you're dressed up as Link talking about alien abductions. Because that's cool. You don't think that'd be cool?
Why? Why Link? Just because I played Breath of the Wild all the time?
that much, yeah.
Oh.
You actually wanted to dress up as Link, I remember.
No.
I specifically remember you wanting that shirt, the blue one that he wears in Breath of the Wild.
No.
And dressing up like no.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
The most I wanted was a scarf with the design of the cheka.
Oh. Well, I could have sworn you wanted to.
And then the most I would do is maybe get a hat. That's a Link hat and wear it during one of the shows. But I wouldn't full on dress with like spandex and
spandex. You don't have to wear spandex. You do wear spandex in Breath of the Wild. That's
usually what he wears, like, I guess, or he wears nothing.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that.
Underwear.
I don't know. Just.
So I'll just talk about this quick. So Wowzers Brina from Instagram.
Oh yeah, hi, welcome back.
She hasn't sent us anything for a while, and then now she's all of a sudden shared two
still
pictures.
Dishonored?
From Dishonored 2. Yeah, still working her way through Dishonored, I guess. She loves throwing around those corpses. So she sent us,
I wouldn't blame you.
She sent us
it's a fun activity.
Pictures of corpses. One says that she's giving us a tip with this picture, and it's a corpse kind of thrown in a corner. Don't leave dismembered bodies of your enemies lying around in the street freaking out all the civilians. Throw them in the dumpster. But my preferred method, an incinerator, or burn them to ash. So she's kind of morbid, but that's okay.
That's cool. I like you. We can be friends.
And then she sent us another one. And she said,
cut in half.
I swear I cut him in half on accident. I thought it would just slit. Just slit?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I would just slit his throat. And then it's got him, like, in his torso is beneath his butt. And then I think it looks like he's going to poop on himself, but that's just me.
It does. So you were just going for the throat and it went mid-torso?
I guess so.
That was a cool accident.
That's a large swing. It's like missing. Like you're aiming for up here, but you get the...
It kind of reminds me of that scene in Resident Evil with when they go in that tunnel and it goes and the guy's like ready to jump again because he thinks he can avoid it, but then all of a sudden it turns into a net. It's like it's everything. I don't know. I just imagine that in my head.
Okay.
Like, he was expecting his throat to be slit, so he was like jumping, but then it got his torso.
Oh, because he jumped. I see. It could have been possible, but I wouldn't expect his legs to stand up like that still, like over his torso. That's kind of crazy. But anyway, if you would like to send us your confession, you can email us at contact@nerdconfessions.net or send us a tweet to @nerdconfessions with zeros replacing the O's. So with that, Ellie, you want to take us out?
I suppose. Oh, we also you forgot to introduce someone else that was with us today.
Oh, Luna. Yeah, my bird is here with us because we're filming at a different location. She's a Maximilian Pionis, and her name is
super
Luna.
shy and clumsy.
She's very shy and she's very clumsy.
Look at her trying to crawl back.
But what's cool with her is that you can hold her upside down and she's cool with it. That's her best treat.
Hey, Luna, say something. No, that's not cool. Whoa,
okay.
Freaking out.
Okay.
Anyways, well, that wraps up this week's confession. Join us next week for more discussions and opinions on things that pique our interest. If you have any confessions you would like us to discuss, feel free to send it our way. As always, we'd like to thank our listeners and followers for tuning in, supporting us, and doing blah, 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 all that stuff. Cool. Review us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post weird stuff sometimes. Maybe Ellie's sideshow.
Oh, I would see the Ellie sideshow.
No, you don't. And whatever you want to do, every bit helps us flourish.
Flourish? That's a good word.
Like to flowers. And don't forget, you can find our previous episodes and bonus content on our website, nerdconfessions.net.
This is Nerd Confessions. Signing off.
Everyone gets probed in different places. In your arm, in your fingernail, in holes. No one's safe. That was an alien confession.
Say bye, Luna.